To serve is to reign. One of my biggest lessons that I ever made going through formation was when a friend of mine said to serve is to reign. And to me, I have to be honest, it sounded a little bit like a platitude, something you could say, but who really lives like that? But then I saw that he really did live this out. And it was something I saw over and over again, how much he really tried to serve all of those around him. And it did inspire in me a desire to follow him, a desire to be like him. And so I saw that it actually is a nice little motto and something that really works. Because when we learn to serve, we learn to really be doing things for the good of others. And it kind of leads me into today's theme, where we look at service as a way of purifying love.
One of the conceptions that we can have of love is to possess. Whenever we think of a baby, that's the only way that they know how to love, right? To always be asking and for attention, asking for food, asking for love, and to possess that. And then oftentimes that can continue on. We can think of other things in our daily life, right? Oh, I love this movie. How do I show I love this movie? By watching it a lot. Or, oh, I love whatever, these cars. And so I want to have that car because I love it. And even though that's a way that we use the word love in English, whenever we come to loving people, often once we've grown older, right, no longer babies, we have to get beyond that point, beyond just wanting to possess, but rather to serve, to see service really as what it means to love. That it's not just me wanting something, but it's me giving to the other person. I love them, so I want what's best for them, so I serve them, so I give to them so that they are happy, not seeing them as a tool to make me happy.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Brother Daniel. And I think that's something that's important as well, or when we hear the word love, a lot of times we might think of the word passion, right? And this is kind of a charged word that we have in our vocabulary and probably brings to mind a lot of different images. And personally, I was very, very surprised. It was something that woke up a lot of reflection when I read Pope Benedict's encyclical Deus Caritas Est, because it's a whole writing of Pope Benedict about love. And he talks about passionate love. And the term, he goes back to one of the Greek terms, which is eros. And from this word, we get our word erotic, right? And so here, once again, probably a lot of things come to mind. But it's that love where, yes, I am trying to possess, but there's also a self-giving. And so that I think that when we hear or when we think about that passionate love, well, we have to also be, kind of relating this to service as well. And that's why I think that service is something that can help to purify love, because we're trying to rediscover the purpose of love.
Yeah, definitely.
So would you like to share something about the purpose of love?
Well, the purpose of love, I think, it's kind of love is something that it is its own purpose, right? You mentioned, right, that you could ask, what is the purpose of life? And, well, the answer could be to love, right? And so seeing love not as like a means to an end, but ultimately as sort of the end in itself. Right? In the Gospel of John, we hear that God is love. And ultimately, as humans, right, like St. Augustine says, our hearts are longing for God. We're longing for God and we'll be restless until we find Him. And love is just one of those ways, well, I guess the one biggest way in which we can seek God, in which we can find Him in everyday life. And it's not just love for God directly, but oftentimes that love for God is also through other people, through other things.
So today we've seen how service helps to purify love, and Pope Francis actually proposes Saint Joseph as an example as well of this service. His service within the Holy Family was kind of the glue that held everything together. I hope that you have a good week, and I would invite you to like this video and subscribe. God bless.